Why did I choose the work of working to help connect young people to practice and practice opportunities in the Buddhist tradition, and why that is important to me? It was coming out of my own life. I was 18 when I encountered first yoga as a real kind of spiritual tradition, um, and then 20 when I encountered Zen through a friend in college. And I was already having some interest in spirituality and some kind of spiritual experiences that I didn't really know how to process. And it was quite overwhelming. I was having a lot of panic attacks and mental health issues at that point and wasn't really very grounded in what was happening for me. And there were a couple people and a couple experiences I had that really got me on a better track and helped me realize that there's a path, there's a direction here, there's an avenue for cultivation, and it's really deep. And in most cultures in the world, there's people whose profession is to practice this, these living traditions of meditation or yoga. And to me, that opened up a whole world. The first time I visited a Zen monastery was in the Catskills in New York, and realizing that there were people even in the US doing this who were going to practice full time and could be supported in that way. And you could go for a month, you can go for 2 months, you can go for 2 years, you can go for 10 years and not have to pay. And that's still true. There's immense kind of abundance of resource of both people and places that I think most people don't know about, and certainly most young people don't know about or think of as a possibility for their life. And for many people, just spending a summer or a few months will totally change their life if they go to a Zen monastery. It really will. And so it felt very obvious to me after I'd had some of these experiences that there's a hole in our culture. These places exist, but people don't know about them and people don't know how to go. And if I could help create a structure to patch together that hole and help the young people who might be interested already. We're not trying to create artificial interest in Buddhism, but my experience was that there's many young people who are already, they've read some books and they've tried meditation, and in the right context with the right connections, they'll go and want to see more what it's about. And so the basic vision for Dharma Gates is creating a structure for those encounters to happen between teachers and communities and people who are already interested, already searching in that way, but don't have a real anchor in practice. So to me, it's so almost self-explanatory why that's important. That is an enormous support downstream for the Dharma, for Buddhism in the world. In order to have a strong generation of teachers in 20 years, it really matters that there's young people now who have the opportunity to train deeply and feel empowered to do that and supported to do that and have the context and take it up. And the other side is young people are not doing well at all right now for many, many obvious reasons. And it's been pretty amazing to me seeing what one person going quite, as deep as they can in the practice by the age of 20, 22 at a university can do to create a student group or create a community around practice that's so much deeper and so much more anchored in wisdom and skillfulness than if that person wasn't there. One person's practice can really, really help a lot of people in a context like that. So it has a lot of benefit in both directions. So that's the goal.